welcome back to my channel, whatcassread. Today I wanted to film a very quick video for you. I don't know how quick this will be, but just like a quick video talking to you about some of my bookish goals and some of my channel goals for 2025. The new year is coming upon us, and for the first time I feel like in 2 years, I have been hyped and pumped and wanting to set and meet reading goals for the upcoming year. So if you are interested in hearing about what I have to say, please go ahead and keep on watching. Every year in my reading journal, and I'm gonna film an update on my reading journal because I filmed like the setup, but now you actually get to see what I've completed. So every year I create a bingo board because I'm just like not good about listing out goals and making those priorities. And so for me, meeting goals is like, I just want short bits of motivation to help me reach my reading goals. And a bingo board has been what I've put in my reading journal for the last like 4 years. You can see on here, I did a pretty good job. And I feel like that's not bad at all. I read POC authors, Stephen King short stories, new to me authors, horror, indie authors, LGBTQ plus authors, over 500 pages, finish a series and all of that stuff. So like those are the kinds of things that I'm putting on my bingo board. Just like different ways to like get me to read outside of the box or get me to read diversely. Because for the most part, if I'm only sticking to fantasy TBRs, which I've done before, I've been branching out a lot more recently. But the bingo board was like the biggest way for me to kind of branch out and read more diversely and meet some of those goals. So the bingo board will be back. I just haven't set up my 2025 reading journal yet, but it'll probably be some similar prompts to that. But those aren't gonna be like what I'm considering like my big time reading goals for 2025. Like I said, this is feeling like the first time in like 3 years or so that I've really felt like I've got some big goals and I want to meet them. The first big goal that I have, I've filmed a video of series that I want to reread. I've realized that I'm a series binger. It just works better for me that way. So I want to get to the series of books that are on my shelf. So that's actually going to include, like, I'm going to reread Stormlight Archive. I put that in that video. That is a big goal of mine. It's probably going to be the first series that I touch in 2025. Just because the new book came out, and it's always like I'm never fully remembering what I read. Some of the series that I'm thinking about, right? I've got Stormlight Archive. Want to reread the whole series of John Gwynne, The Faithful and the Fallen. I want to pick back up on the Greenbone saga because I read Jade City and it was like, it's literally one of the best fantasy books that I've ever read, but I haven't been in the headspace to be able to continue it. So I want to reread book 1 and then finish off books 2 and 3. I want to read the Lycanius trilogy. Oh, I want to read the Empire of the Damned and the Empire of the Vampire by J. Kristoff. I want to read the Expanse series. That's been a big long-term TBR commitment. I've kind of fallen out of reading a lot of science fiction. And so like, I know for a fact that I want to continue with the Expanse. I've only read books 1 and 2. Well, I've forgotten a lot, so I'm gonna have to go back to the beginning. So yeah, just like the big goal of mine is just to read through series and read through them not necessarily like quickly in terms of like pacing, but just like read through them so all the information stays fresh and my enjoyment level of the series can like stick with me longer. The next bookish goal that I have, and if you saw my like book haul of the end of the year book haul that I have, I've been like dipping my toes into horror and like more than just Stephen King. So I've got a couple Grady Hendrix that I've purchased. I also purchased Interview with a Vampire by Anne Rice. I don't know if I'm going to read that soon or not, but I want to read it pretty soon. I want to read Paul Tremblay. I want to read, who else? I guess those are the big ones. I want to read Grady Hendrix and Paul Tremblay. Oh, I want to read Stephen Graham Jones. Just, ooh, I'm nervous, but like this is like the first time that I've wanted to read some of those like flat out horror novels. And then the other thing is I have discovered this deep love of historical romance, completely out of left field. And I have so many historical romances on my shelves now. So I want to read for sure one historical romance book per month. I might do something fun with that. Like I might do a historical romance TBR jar. I'm not entirely sure, but that's kind of like where my brain is going because I've purchased so many. They're so easy to come by, but I just like don't know which one to grab first. So I think that might be a fun project to do in 2025 and let the TBR jar decide my historical romance reads while I'm reading all of these like big hefty series. That's like the vision that I have for 2025. So yeah, aside from like those really small booktube or book journal bingo goals I typically do, those are like the big reading ones. Binge series, read horror, and then read one historical romance book per month. Now, the next part of like the goals that I have for 2025 are all related to like the book community online and like some things that I would like to do with my channel or just like ways to feel like I'm involved again. It just had been a while since I've been really involved with the online bookish community. I didn't participate in literally any readathons in this last year. I barely participated in any in 2023 as well. So I want to, once again, let me take a sip of my water. I want to be picking up and getting involved with the book community again and doing some of these like really, really amazing readathons that are out there. But one of the big things that I'm gonna do, the wheels have been turning so much. I posted about it in my community tab on Instagram, the only post I have on my TikTok page. But basically, I want to do hooks and books, like a bookish, crafty community or a crafty bookish community on BookTube. Basically, I just want to combine my love of crafting and my love for books into one space and do like cool casual things again in community that are bringing us together to talk about the things that we love. There's a lot of details that I haven't worked out yet, but some of the things that I would like to do, I've already got a readathon that I think would be hella fun. I want to combine a readathon with like a crochet along or like a knit along. Like basically the whole point is to do a readathon, but as like a bonus, do a group project, a group craft together. So I want to do crafty sprints, which could be fun, and combine that with reading sprints. And I want to be craft inclusive, not just crochet and knitting, craft inclusive. And I want to do, I think this is kind of like a really big commitment that I have to do, which makes me nervous. And maybe if people are interested, I could recruit some people to like help me out with this aspect. But this is like the community aspect that I thought would be cool, is to have either a Facebook group. In my mind, that seems to be where it might be the easiest instead of a Discord. I'm not entirely sure because I'm not good at Discord, but to have some space, whether it be via a Facebook group or a Discord, to have a once a month post of like a group craft that everyone can try together if you would like. Zero strings attached. Like you literally don't have to do the group craft, but just like post crafty things that you could do just for inspiration or just for funsies. So do that like once a month. And then the other thing that I would do on there is like we would have discussions where we can show our works in progress or show the things that we have made. My word for the year for 2025 is going to be handmade, because there's a lot of handmade things I want to do around my house. Now that I'm home full time, I actually have time to do some of these things, whereas before I did not. So yeah, that's kind of like where this like is coming from. And we could get together and do crafty sprints, or like get together and work on our reading journals. Just like as low stakes, but like bring book lovers and craft lovers together in some type of online space and online way. I would probably do like wrap-ups where I also have like the works in progress, or the works that I finished, and the books that I read for that month. We'll see how that goes. And then I definitely want to do a readathon, because I think that would be dope. I'm just like really feeling inspired to create and do things with the bookish community, and that's kind of going to be my like throw my hat in the ring of what I would like to bring to the table. Well, yeah, what do we think? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. What do you think about hooks and books? What do you think about my goals? What are some of your goals? I'm here, I want to discuss and want to take part in community, in like bookish community with you all. I don't think I have anything else I need to add to this video. Again, pretty short and sweet. Like, comment, subscribe. All of my social media links and small business links are listed down in the discussion comment section below. And you know how these videos end. I'll talk to you later. Bye.